What's good, everybody? Welcome everybody to another episode of Rap and Dough. It's your boy Don Bucks. I promise to bring you all the game, not only from myself, but from my other entrepreneurial friends. Today, I got Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. What's happening, fam?
What's up, Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You in the building. What's good?
Hey, so for all the people who don't know you, like I know you, why don't you give them a brief background on what you got going on and who you are?
It's real simple. I help new and aspiring entrepreneurs grow their business and transform their life by teaching them sales skills. Keep it real simple, man. You ain't got to move.
Nothing like that one-liner.
Hey, man, it's simple. Simple ain't always easy.
So sales skills. What is it about sales skills that you can teach not only business owners, but I guess regular people? Because you said new skills, new you. I'm pretty sure that entails not only business owners, right?
Absolutely. It's actually personal development disguised as sales training. So there's 5 key concepts. It's discipline, communication, confidence, learning, and sales. Like in a very purest of sense, there's an exchange that happens. Any person of any age, any religion, any gender, and any experiences can take one of those 5 skills and change their whole life. That's not even a problem. That's gravity. That's all facts. So what I realized, the value add is not teaching people how to sell or be salespeople. The world's got enough of those. We probably don't like half of them anyway. But if I could teach them some things that I learned along the way so their life can be better mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, like that's a win for everyone. So all of a sudden, a new skill, you become a brand new version of you. That's the mission.
So can you run those 5 down again? Discipline, confidence.
Yep. Communication. Learning is a skill. That's a good skill.
Learning.
You can read Limitless by Jim Quick or The Act of Learning. That's a good one. What else? Ooh, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, or Think Again by Adam Grant. All really start to put your mind to work. You practice that, learn that, you're ahead of the game. I don't care if you could work a job. You won't get no shame from me. But you've got to have something that's going to level you up. And that's where a new skill comes in. You ain't got to go back to school. You ain't got to move to Atlanta. Everybody love to move to Atlanta,
right? What? First thing smoking in Atlanta.
So that's what I learned, and that's what I teach.
Yeah, but see, you know what? When someone hears sales, because I know when I hear sales, I'm not scared of the word sales. But I think it's some taboo around selling. Like people, based off these 5 skills that you said that entail sales skills, I think I want your perspective, being that you're the expert salesman. Even though we're all kind of salesmen at the end of the day, we all selling something, even unconsciously. If you're trying to win an argument, you're trying to sell your point of view. You're trying to get that girl over there. You're trying to sell your personality.
Yeah.
So you're selling, right? But when people, I guess, go into a job situation, or when they say, they're presented with a selling opportunity, they kind of frown on it or shy away from it. What do you think that is? You think that's a lack of one of these 5 different skills you said?
So those skills are how you get good at it. But first, let's start with a definition. And when we start at the very fundamental of ourselves is our thinking. So sales is a transfer of enthusiasm from one person to another. This is where people really have to zoom out and redefine what they consider sales, because it's a transfer of enthusiasm from one person to another. You say, yo, you got to check out this movie. It's fire. If you say, yo, I just tried this new restaurant. It was amazing. That's a sell. You're enthusiastic about it. You're excited about it. I tell you, now you're enthusiastic. You're excited about it. Or let's do it this way. Let's say every time you move your arm this way, it hurts. So you can't move your arm. You can't lift it to your mouth to drink, right? You got to eat with your other hand. You can't write. That's a problem. So now, if you're watching TV, maybe you're scrolling through Instagram, someone says, "Hey, does your arm hurt? You're unable to move it in a full rotation. I've got something to help you get rid of that pain today. Call me." You're going to be excited. You'd be
There we
like,
go.
"Yo,
I think I know where you're going with this."
I needed this." So what happens is the sale happens before there's any money exchanged. Sales is a service. Sales is the act of service, whether you're adding value, solving a problem, or both. So what happens is when we shift as sales is giving versus taking, now we can be excited about sales. Because I know this restaurant was delicious. My friend is going to be so happy. I believe that their life is going to be better because they're going to taste this delicious food.
This is fire.
You got to see this movie. I know it's going to stimulate their thinking. It's going to be a trick. Yo, I got to buy the Blu-ray. You were right. Like, if I tell you, yo, your arm hurts and I can make it stop hurting, no one's going to be mad at me for that. I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to be excited to pay you so I can go play basketball again, so I could play video games again, so I could just eat regular.
Yo,
so when you look at sales as a service, I think people have much more positive outlook and they're excited to go make the world a better place. And hey, you get paid for it at the end.
Wow. It was so much in that right there. That was all bars, because what I'm getting from that is that there's a shift in thinking that needs to take place from, I'm not here to take from you. I'm here to solve your problems. So basically, what you're saying is sales as a service. So you're solving a problem with what you're selling. So Absolutely. Instead of going in saying, you know what, I'm scared because I'm asking them for their money. You're going in there with the thought process of I'm going to fix their problem.
That's a major key. That's a shift.
This episode is sponsored by the Breadwinner Society. See, during the pandemic of 2020, a lot of us became entrepreneurs and stock market investors. But one thing I noticed is that a lot of us are out here trying to do it on our own and be on an island. And that can be super frustrating. So what I did was I decided to create a community of like minds that can come together and discuss business ideas, investing ideas, trading ideas. Pretty much more than your money's worth. So somewhere in the description, there's a link. Go ahead and click that link and come build a society.
Because if I take your money without giving you something, you know what that's called. That's stealing. What's that? Atlanta season 2 is robbing season.
Right.
But if I add more value than it costs, people be like, that's it? I'll take 2. I got to tell my family and friends about this. That's when you get reposted and shared. That's why I have so many 5-star reviews, because I give more value than there's cost. The cost is a byproduct of me solving problems.
Wow.
You know what? I don't convince anyone to give me money. People love giving me money because I add value and I solve problems. So it's very straightforward for you to grow your business by practicing sales skills without becoming a salesperson.
Yeah, and that's before I go on to the next question, I want to piggyback off that, because that's my whole goal, is to give value. Like, the whole origin of Rapping Dough is to give game, like, because that was one of the things I've seen lacking, at least on my timeline.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh nah, I'm trying to come different. I want to offer value. I don't want people to scroll and see my stuff and be like, scroll past. No, I want you to get something from my post. So this girl, I think I posted something in regards to owning domains the other day. She was like, man, why you keep giving out all this free? Why you keep giving out all this free information? I'm like, she coming from a scarcity standpoint. I'm always in creative mode. I'm going to always be learning something new. So I'm full of this stuff. I can give away. Like that's my whole thing, to give. Like, and I know that it's going to come back. Right. So yeah. Add value. Yeah. Pretty much. Add
It's
value.
that simple. It's that simple. You start
You
with the
can't
best
sell
first.
everything. Like,
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, yeah, you can sell everything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to not give some game because I can sell it.
Oh,
Because I can still sell it.
that's a different question. That's a different question. So that question is, where do I start charging people? So what, shout out to CC, rest in peace, the 6-figure chick. She said, she taught me what to do is free. How to do it costs you. So you say, all right, go on some events. You could use some digital real estate. Man, that sounds good. Don, how do I do that? Cool. Hop on a call for a one-on-one consultation. I'll walk you through it step by step. And I'm a big one too. I created a link for the listeners. I'm a big one too. If it takes my time, I got to charge you. So really, I don't charge too much for the knowledge, but it's access to me because I only got so many hours. I can't, if I do an hour presentation, I can only help 24 people in a day. That's selfish. So I documented my knowledge. I created a course. That way more people can get access to it. And then Nehemiah taught me off of that same line. So, man, should I charge for this? If I really care about people, should I be charging? But without...
That's that one right there. That's that one. That's that one they be coming with. Like, yo, you really care about the Black community.
But
why
there's
you
no
charging?
Information without a transaction. And that's what people have to understand. Like, you can't sign up for a gym membership and get fit. You have to exercise to get fit.
Facts.
And that's what I do with the courses. Really, anyone could figure this out on their own. But you could skip 10 years and the headaches that I've had to figure out. You just grab a course. It's $127. Easy. So you can fast track. There's no shortcuts, but you can fast track. That's really what you're paying for. Because there's nothing in the gym that you couldn't figure out and do it at home, right? But you go to the gym because it's all in the right place, in the right order. You ain't got to go looking. You ain't got to mess around with water jugs and you're deadlifting the couch.
Right.
It's all yeah. It's all organized. That's what people are like, oh, I can learn this on YouTube. Maybe, probably. But it's more organized, and that makes it it's facilitated, streamlined. So it's a fast track.
This episode is sponsored by the Breadwinner Society. See, during the pandemic of 2020, a lot of us became entrepreneurs and stock market investors. But one thing I noticed is that a lot of us are out here trying to do it on our own and be on an island. And that can be super frustrating. So what I did was I decided to create a community of like minds that can come together and discuss business ideas, investing ideas, trading ideas. Pretty much more than your money's worth. So somewhere in the description, there's a link. Go ahead and click that link and come build a society.
But
yeah, that's that one note they be coming with.
But if they really, really just worry about free, ask them, I'm like, what's free got you right now? People that complain about free usually don't have a whole lot to give away.
Yeah, man. People hurting in the hood, man. I'm about to start. You know what? I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I've been, screaming from the rooftops at the hood. But I believe that I'm gonna have to change my customer base. I mean, still dealing with us Black folk, but it's some things the people in the hood they just don't want to come out. They want to stay. So I think I'm gonna have to change my unfortunately change my customer base. That was random. I don't know where that came from.
Dr. Cheryl Wood teaches your wealth work and your heart work. So you take your wealth work, you take all that money, and then you create the lifestyle you want, plan for the future, take care of the kids or future kids. And then you use it to fund your hard work. And that's where you give it away. That's where you work for free. And it is challenging because you're coming up against an institution that's been programming minds since before they could open their eyes. So there'll be a few people that you're not going to reach, but having access to more wealth will create more opportunities for that one person that you need. So that's how I approach it. You can't help
I'll get back there.
So I got rich and gave back. Now that's the win-win. Shout out to
I think that's the pivot move for me. But so quick question though. When or how did you come about getting the idea of turning that skill set that you have, that sales skill set that you have, into a business? Like, I mean, I've been saying this, a lot of us been saying this, that our skill sets are actual businesses. When did you get the idea and where did it come from?
You know, that's a great question because it wasn't my idea. I was helping folks prepare and practice presentations, and actually still have another business called Speak Well, where I help introverts particularly have powerful presentations without losing their mind. So I'm serving, right? I'm serving these folks, and they're starting to gain more confidence. I'm starting to get more promotions at work, starting to win awards. And one day somebody asked me, like, Bruce, thank you so much. How much do I owe you? And I was like, huh? Up to that point, no one had really given me any money for my hard work. Like, they might give a business money and the business pays me, but no one had given Bruce Hill any money for his knowledge, expertise. And so I just made up a number. I was like, $100. They're like, oh, that's it? I was like, damn.
Right. The world will give you what you asked for.
And so then I started charging. And I still do this. I keep charging more and more and more until people don't want to pay it. And then I add more value and I charge more and more and more. So right now I'm up to $200 an hour as far as like one-on-one coaching. And that's going to go up. I do have a bonus for the listeners today. But I don't know how long I'll leave it up. So hop on there soon. But it's askforthemoney.today. Askforthemoney.today. And I'll teach you how you can use sales skills to grow your business, to transform your life. So that's a special just for the folks on the Rep and Dope podcast.
That's fire. Damn. Appreciate that one.
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't your idea
Nope.
Until somebody offered to pay you one day you were working the job.
Yep.
You was at work, right?
I might have been on lunch.
You was on lunch helping somebody with a presentation.
Yep.
And he said, how much I owe you?
Yep. I made more on my lunch break than I did probably that day.
Light bulb went off.
Sales will change your life, man. Sales will change your life.
That's fire because, man, we need to, and tweet after tweet, post after post. I don't know how many ways I got to say it, but our skill set, the job know that our skill sets have value.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I was reading some business philosophy, and he said you get paid about 1/16 of the revenue you create.
Ooh, I need to write that down.
I think it was fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was about 1/16.
1/16 of what?
Of the revenue you create for the company. So let's just keep the math real simple. Let's see, make 50 grand. You're doing all right, make 50 grand.
Times that by 16.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I bet a lot of people ain't know that.
What is that, 9 million?
That's wild. I don't even want to do that math right now. But that's I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So people make 1/16 of the revenue they created for the company.
At the minimum.
What if
Sorry,
you
I
can
think that's
make
900.
100%? What if you can make 90% of the revenue you create for a company, but it's yours?
What if you can make 50% of it? Let's say somebody somewhere, let's do some math. Let's say they
Because
doing,
I'm trying to find. I never use my calculator on this computer, but you can go ahead and do it.
let's just say they're making 30,000.
Oh, there you go.
30,000 a year. Ain't really bragging money. And it's 1/16 of the revenue. So they set it up, they set up the business, and they're a new entrepreneur. Maybe it's just them, maybe their partner, maybe their mom, their cousin help them. So 16 times 30,000 is $480,000.
Right.
Let's just say they only get half of that. So you go from 30,000 to 240.
240 for them.
That's a good problem. So you gotta, maybe pay some licensing fees, and you pay for some equipment and supplies. So let's say you take home 100. That's triple up. Worst case scenario. And that's after you pay Uncle Sam.
If y'all, whoever watching this right now, don't monetize your skill sets, man. Oh my goodness. I don't care what it is you do. But I heard and I seen that you got a new book out, fam.
Yeah, man.
All gas, no brakes.
Sure.
Without reading the whole book to us right now, give us a brief summary of what we can discover in All Gas, No Brakes. Fire title.
Excited. This is the first published book. That means it'll have an ISBN number. For all my authors, y'all know what it is. It's official. So it's a collaboration with some great friends of mine. So we're putting our heads together to add some value to our community, to our ecosystem. And it's real simple. It's about taking or creating a life where you don't have to take breaks from. That's really what we want. It's what is this hustle, this grind culture? That's cool. But like, what if you could do whatever you want? Maybe that is working. That's fine. But that's what you wanted to do, not what you have to do. That's what we're trying to elevate.
That's fire, bro. Because I was like, okay, all gas, no brakes. So, first published book.
Yeah, I've written a couple ebooks.
Okay, so give the people some game on how to go about publishing a book, because right now I have the 24-hour money webinar, how to create a digital product ebook in 30 days. But how, since you just went through the process, how does one go about creating a book like yours and publishing one?
Okay. So first things first, I'm not a publisher. One of the most valuable things I'll teach anyone to the sound of my voice, I don't figure anything out. I can. Incredibly intelligent. I pay people that know how to do it already. So for this book, we got a publisher. If you're like, okay, I don't have publisher money just yet, you can use Amazon Direct Publishing, ADP, and you can get it on the Kindle, and they'll direct print it too for you as a hard copy. Now, that's a step, not a stop. That's definitely not a long-term play. One of the things my coach taught me, shout out to Taria Vaughn, shout out to Book Profits Club. She was like, the reason we don't put our books on Amazon is because we don't want to sell the book. She's like, we want to sell the business. I'm like, huh? Why write a book if we're not going to sell it? She said, you want that name, email, and phone. Because people don't buy books. They buy a transformation. Most people aren't going to read your book. I'm sorry. But they will invest some time and money into your transformation. So if you say, oh, Bruce was making 30,000 working all the time, but then he learned sales. Now he makes twice that, working half the time. I want what Bruce has. How do I get some of that? They're gonna turn a few pages and they're gonna call me, or they're gonna hop into the coaching program. So if you want to write a book, that's cute. But why are you writing a book? What value does it add? What transformation does it create for the person who picks it up and reads it? So, very simple answer, Amazon Direct Publishing. They take a hefty chunk out your profits though, FYI. Or you could partner. Let's see, how can we do this? Hit me up on Instagram, New Skills, New You. I'll connect you to my book coach, see if that's a good fit. If you're a speaker, coach, consultant or network marketer, she's definitely the person to go through because she's going to teach you how to build a business with your book.
All bars. That was fire. Okay. So what are some of the other projects that you are working on in New Skills, New You? What could we be looking out for?
Yeah, man, I'm glad you asked that. One of the things I really pride myself in is consider myself a corporatepreneur. I still have a 9 to 5. That's a strategic move. So pause. There's 3 pieces of advice. Your job needs to pay you enough that you have extra left over. You can invest in yourself, invest in your personal and professional development. It needs to give you flexibility. And that means you have the time to be where you want, when you want to be there, right? Like, you don't got to wait till Christmas time to go to see your mom, your pops, whoever. Right. The third thing is it should teach you. It should teach you something, a skill, a certification, something that you can take with you when you leave. So if it's not doing at least one of those 3 things, you need to quit. I need you to quit today. And we'll help you. Got a course called Interview Prep and Practice. We'll help you get on your feet. I'll connect you with some dope people to get you there. But so back to your question. For me, what's very important is I want to create a business that doesn't require me, pay attention, stay with me, that doesn't require me to quit my job. I want to quit my job when I want to. And I don't want to quit my job to go work for a job just because my name's on the door. That's what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, I'm building a business. No, you're not. You're building another job. And you've seen that post, right? They work from 9 to 5. Now they work 24/7. Because that's what they created a job. What's the point? Now I can't be anywhere, anytime.
That's a fact.
So what I've done is I'm like, okay, I want to build this business and replace my income without having to quit my job. And so that means I got to look at things differently. I got to automate. I've got to delegate. I got to have systems and procedures, right? I need documented workflows so I can teach other people how to duplicate what I'm doing. So it's a very different mindset, and it's a little bit more challenging than I anticipated because there's not as much money coming in up front. So it's been my adventure and what I'm documenting for everyone that's listening to this. I'm working on a webinar series, and it's very simple. A documentation of my evolution as an entrepreneur, from my first sales job to my first LLC to my first $1,000. That was a good month too. I was like an extra $1,000. Oh, this is crazy,
right?
and then also selling things when I was asleep, waking up and seeing deposit is on the way. Your funds are out. That part. I'm like, yo, this is nice. This is nice. And so that's really what I want. I don't want another job. I got one. I want to create a business that doesn't need me to exist. So in my process, I asked myself the questions we said at the beginning. How can I add value? What problem can I solve? And I figured out that a lot of new and aspiring entrepreneurs are so busy working on business cards and logos and a web page, they don't have a business. They just got, it's like having a magazine of a car, but you don't actually have a car. So helping them build that car, helping them to confidently grow their business and transform their life at the same time. So that's the move. That's the direction.
You got the new webinar.
The webinar series is coming up. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess before I wrap up, where could people find you and support what you got going on? Like where's your ats and all that?
Absolutely. And so this is something I'm working on. There should be a landing page that says, hey, grab a free gift here. And you've probably seen those from time to time. That's something I'm working on. Because right now, anyone to reach out to me, I got to respond to them one-on-one. Which is good, it's personalized, but that takes my most valuable resource, and that's time. So you can get in touch with me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and it's all at New Skills, New You. New Skills, New You. No dots, dashes, or underlines. Easy. Or you can go to newskillsnewyou.com, newskillsnewyou.com, and that has a list of ways you can connect different. And I'm always teaching. Mondays, we have an accountability group. Tuesdays, I teach in our mastermind. Let's see, Thursdays. Oh, we've got a clubhouse room. We're looking to add one on Wednesdays where people can do a live Q&A. And then we've got the webinar series coming up to help you get the client from A to yes, asking better questions to transform your life and business. So I'm easy like Sunday morning to find new skills, new you everywhere. But this is only for folks that's ready to make a difference and make a change. If you just spectating, politely, like and share, and we'll catch you on the side.
Right. Any closing bars for the people, man?
I think the most valuable investment you can make is yourself. I know you've heard it before. I know it's almost cliche, but listen, I make it a point to read every single day. And I didn't even realize this. I accidentally read 12 books in 2 months. And I was like, yo, how did that happen? And this is why I put on that list I told you earlier, learning is a skill. If I can learn faster and learn more, I can execute faster and execute more efficiently. So now you learn more and you earn more. But in between those two is execution. Reading books is cute, but practicing what you learn, that's the level up. And I do want to encourage you to read hard copies of books. That's a whole nother lesson, but it forces you to focus on one task at a time, which trains your brain on discipline. There it is again. It's something called deep work, or Dr. Angela Duckworth calls it flow. You could take notes in there. And that's huge in your memory and retention and comprehension. So that's really the one thing that anyone can do today to make their life a little bit better is find a book on the subject that adds value and read it, a hard copy. That's a new skill. It'll make a new you. Promise you.
I'm gonna end it on that. I can't say nothing else to top that one right there. That was all fire. I knew how you was gonna come today. Goodness gracious. Yo, Bruce, I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh, nah, dog. You're gonna have to come back on here.
Oh, yeah.
We need an update. Yeah, we need an update. We need some more of this fire, man. And I'll definitely see you later because we got the mastermind.
Yeah, I'll be on.
Get around people, get in the room, y'all. So with that being said, hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.